Everyone, it is time for September pickups. Let's go ahead and see what I got so far. First is going to be a bunch of games from a local game store. First game that I got was a copy of StarTropics. Never played it. Kind of interesting though. It is an RPG, battery backed, so I'm probably going to have to replace that battery. But we'll test that in a little bit, because I also have another NES game, Super Mario Bros. 3. I'm trying to find it for a decent price. I think 15 is fair enough. Plus I had 20% off, so. Next we've got some disc-based games. I've got a copy of Uncharted 3 for the PS3. Never played this series, but I wanted to check it out. I did not pick up the first or second one because they were not in great shape, so I'm just going to hold out for those. But I also picked up Uncharted 4 for the PS4, as well as Uncharted The Lost Legacy. And the last item I got from the store is a repro cart of Dragon Quest I and II for the Super Nintendo, although originally for the Super Famicom. This never came out in the US, well, on the SNES anyway. There was a demake for the Game Boy Color, which I showed off in a previous pickups video. But basically what this is a 16-bit version of the original Dragon Quest I and II, or Dragon Warrior here in North America. And I remember playing it on emulators because that was the only way to do it. Now, I have mixed feelings about repro carts like this. On the one hand, this never came out here, so not that big of a deal. But on the other hand, this is almost definitely using a ROM patch, translation patch, not sure which one, and I doubt that they're getting any money from this. You can see the cart is decent quality, although the plastic seems to be a little bit lighter than normal. The label is definitely not on straight. But it's $17. All of the repro carts were $17, so I don't know how I feel about it. But again, because this game never came out, I picked it up because I wanted to play it on original hardware, and we'll also test this out. But I got two other things that came in from eBay that we're going to open up next. First is going to be this pink package from eBay. Not sure what's in here. It's kind of a bigger box than I was expecting, so I'm not sure if it's one item or another, but let's take a look. And inside we have another box, sealed too, but inside is a copy of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. I've been trying to get this game for a while. It seems to be priced really high. In my opinion, it's overpriced, but obviously, you know, you're going to charge what the market wants. So this one I got for a little less because the label is not in great shape. But this should complete my collection because I have Oracle of Ages already. So there's Seasons. We'll test this out and see if it works. Another battery-backed game that will need to be replaced, but I don't have this size battery, so I'll have to order some of those. And then we'll take a look at this other eBay purchase as well. And inside this one is another USPS box, but it's mainly just used for extra protection. But inside here is a copy of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the SNES. And this is one of the more original versions because it doesn't have that little notch here. So decent shape. The label is okay. It's probably just a little dirty, but we'll obviously have to clean the cartridge, and we'll test this out as well. Not bad for a initial pickup in this month, huh? All right, let's take a look inside of the repro cartridge just to see what we have inside. Yeah, just basic plastic. Again, it's a little bit of a softer, lighter plastic than an official cartridge. It does seem to use a battery. Let's PCBs in there really tight. But yeah, that's basically it. It's nothing too crazy. The I'm guessing the mask ROM, CIC chip, the SRAM battery. I'm not sure what that is. It does have some diodes and a resistor, so this might account for it using a 3.3 volt chip instead of a 5 volt one. Hard to tell, but and it's going to be even harder to see on camera here, but there is a very slight bevel and chamfer to the cartridge connector, so it's not going to damage the pins on your console, so that's a good sign. Otherwise, it's just a basic repro cart, so And of course, it's time for Janky Setup. Although this might be the last time you see Janky Setup, at least for a while. I'm doing some other projects, I'm rearranging some things. In fact, most of my shelves are empty right now because I'm going to be cleaning, rearranging, etc. And I kind of want to reorganize things a little. So next, if this isn't done before the next pickups comes out, I may do a even jankier setup just so we can test some things out. But let's go ahead and test out Zelda 3 first and see if that works. I gotta wait for the console to boot up. And it does work, so sucker. Okay, so Zelda 3 is working. Let's go ahead and check out Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Definitely translated. So yeah, so I'm not sure which translation this is, but it obviously works. I'll try it in a official console later, and maybe even the analog, just to see if it works. But that'll be for a different video, or even just for testing. Like I said, I like to use the Hyperkin systems to test cartridges first, just in case there's something wrong with them. I don't want them to damage original consoles. So this seems to work just fine. Let's go ahead and test the NES games. Okay, so let's test out these NES games. First, we'll try Super Mario 3. Nothing. We may need to clean the contacts. Let's try that now. There we go. Oops, grabbed the wrong controller. Now, of course, the sound isn't going to be the greatest. Yeah, sound effects definitely don't sound right in the Hyperkin systems, but the game itself works. God, that just sounds bad. But again, it's good for testing games out. So Mario 3 works. Well, let's try StarTropics next. So let's see, and it seems to work. And it's using a similar save screen to Zelda, and I believe Metroid on the Famicom used a similar one as well, because it was an FDS-based game, so seems to work. Never played this game, so I have no idea what the full story is, but good luck. Okay. So yeah, so it works. Try again, just in case. Although I forget if the power LED turns red or not when the battery's about to die. Okay, so I don't know if this is the intro or... So this is the start of the game, basically, so... But it works, so awesome. Let's go ahead and move on to the next items. And so the next item I have to show is another eBay purchase in a very customized box. So let's take a look and see what's inside, because I honestly don't know, because I don't remember what was supposed to come in next. That's alright, now I remember. It's another Game Boy for repair, and I believe this is a color. This one kind of beat up, scuffed up a little, definitely missing the battery cover. And I got this because I wanted I don't remember if this one works, and I'll have to test it real quick. But I got it because I wanted another Game Boy to mod, and since I have an original Game Boy Color, not a modded one, we'll do that one next. So let me grab some batteries in the game and see if it works. Alright, let's make sure it's off, put these batteries in. There's a little bit of corrosion, not sure if it's visible. Yep, right there, you can see. So hopefully it's not going to affect much. Although if I do mod this, then it won't matter, will it? I'll just use this 108-in-1 cart. That way I don't care if it gets damaged or not. And power's on. Made a pop. Let's try that again. No sound. Could be indication that there's something wrong with the headphone jack. I might think it's got headphones plugged in. But yeah, sorry, the light is reflecting. But it works as far as playing games goes, so just no sound. Should be an interesting project. I'm not sure what kind of a mod I want to do to it. I mean, obviously a new shell, IPS screen. Just don't know what kind of color combinations I want to do. Well, I guess I'll decide that and it'll be a future video. On to the next item. So for the next pickup, we're going to be down in my little retro dungeon area. And that's because I have one of these that I picked up. And it is, I think, a 13-inch TV VCR combo. Discovered this on the city's community page where people just post all kinds of stuff related to city needs and questions, and occasionally people will post things, hey, scrap metal, scrap wood, decent couch if you want it for your basement or garage or whatever, and someone posted that they put this out on the curb for trash day, and if anyone wanted it, come and get it. So I picked it up because it's got AV inputs. So I'm hoping it works. Let's turn it on and see if it works, and if it does, we'll see if the AV inputs work. Now, channel button is broken. I don't really care about that though, so. Alright, it's plugged in. Let's see if it turns on. I hear static, and there's static on the screen. And it works. Of course, I don't have a remote control for it, so I don't know if I'll be able to go through this menu or not. And it works. Look at that. It's blinking like that because of the refresh rate. I can't really adjust it with this camera here, but so this is cool. So I have a CRT now. And this is going to be indicative of a CRT that I might have had as a kid, for the most part, in my room. But I'm going to give this a cleaning. I might open it up just to make sure that there's no capacitors or anything like that that need to be swapped out. But yeah, so I'm still looking for like a bigger one, maybe like a 27-inch. But for now, I think this will be perfect. And yeah, so keep an eye out on your local community's Facebook page. People might just be posting stuff like this for free randomly. So on to the next item. And now let's take a look at the last two items for September. First being a package from eBay that just arrived. Let's open it up and see what I got. And inside we have a Model 2 Genesis. I'll get it out of the bubble wrap real quick and we'll take a closer look, and I'll explain why I purchased it. So yes, you can see it's Model 2 Genesis, a little dirty, but it's a few years old, so that's to be expected. The reason I picked this up, even though I already have a Model 1 as well as a Mega SG, is that this one is purported to have some corrupted graphics, and I figured, you know what, I'll take a chance and see if I can't get it to work. Didn't pay much for it. The seller, by the way, great at communicating. As soon as I won, they sent me a message saying, hey, you realize this doesn't work, right? I'm like, yep, that's exactly why I bought it. Went back and forth, just, you know, awesome. Hey, you know, it's just a console only, but I'm gonna send you an AC adapter and a controller anyway. They didn't have any extra AV cables, but that's fine. I can get those. And yeah, I'm just great at communicating and everything. Item got here pretty quickly too, which was kind of surprising. Didn't think it would make it in time for this video, but yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the side, do a future video, see if we can't get it fixed. And we'll move on to the next item. And the last item is actually was given to me by a friend and a neighbor. They're moving. I guess they're trying to clean out some stuff. They didn't want to, I guess, pack up everything. And so asked if I wanted this, and I said, yeah, why not? So what I have is a fully boxed PlayStation 1. Let me see if I can adjust the camera here. It's a fully boxed PlayStation 1. It is still the older model, but it's in a newer design box. And I don't know if it works or not, or what's inside, so let's take a look. Actually, we won't take a look right now. What I'm going to do is save it for a future video. Maybe we'll do a proper unboxing and try to simulate the effect that you would have had back in 1998 when this particular model came out. You know, we'll take everything out, see what it comes with. I think it's complete, but I'm not 100% certain. I also don't know if it works or not. So we'll have to test it and see if it works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, there'll be another repair video there. But that's it for the pickups. If you liked anything you saw, leave a comment below. Otherwise, if you liked the video overall, leave a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe, though if you haven't yet, please do so. Although there's never any obligation, I do appreciate it. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down, but please leave a comment below as to why, so I can try to use that to help things going forward and make improvements. Otherwise, thanks all, and I'll catch you later.